I call it sales success system. We call it the success model, BPC. I'm gonna get the lingo right, I promise. The things I used to charge for are now the lead magnets, or now my hook items. And now because my skill has increased, because the value has increased, because the transformation has increased, I can spend more time helping few people in a bigger way and help a lot of people in a big way. We work in we work in abundance here. So don't get distracted by the cost, focus on the value. Can I check that one off? Yes. Let's talk about sales success. Let's talk about sales success. There's 5 components to sales success. It's very simple. Who do we serve? How do we serve them? Where do we serve them? We're going to start with who we serve. That's number 1. How do we serve them? So that means that's the system. System saves you stress, time, energy, and money. How do we serve them? The Zoom, in person, workshop, through my book. Could be a combination. It's not either or. We operate it in. What problem do we solve for them? So who, how, what? Why do we serve them? We miss that question. A lot of people say, I want to make a lot of money. And I challenge it. I'll say, okay, how much money do you want to make? They say, I want to make $1 million. I said, okay, just $1 million? Just one? Okay. If I gave you $1 million, but you couldn't spend it, not a penny, not a dime, how happy would you be? If I gave you $1 million, we laid it out on the mattress, but you couldn't spend a dollar, not a dime, how happy would you be? So it's not the money then. And that's what you have to realize. I'm going backwards. It's not the cost. It's the value. What are you going to do with the money? So who do we serve? How do we serve them? What problem do we solve? Why do we serve them? I'm going to let you know right now. There are tens of thousands of new authors every year. And I say this respectfully, writing a book really isn't the point. We don't just teach you to write a book. We teach you to write the right book that sells, that creates multiple streams of income for your business, that creates a transformation in your clients. That's the difference when you work with Book Profits Club. That's why people join us. It's not for the cost. You're like, $20 for a book? It's only doesn't matter how many pages. The transformation is life-changing. That's invaluable. So we connect the why to what we do. The right people can find us. They identify us and say, that's the person I want to work with. That's the person that I've been looking for this whole time. So if someone come up to me and say, Bruce, you know what? I need to learn a new skill. Can you teach me how to organize my home so it feels more like home? I feel like peace when I'm at home. That's the wrong person for Bruce. I teach service-based businesses, sales, and leadership. So, and this is why it's so important to be clear, concise, and compelling. I said, but I know somebody. I'm going to tell my good friend Karen Larkin. There are some people you don't need to work with. And that's okay. When you focus on the value you add, why you added a value, the right people will see you more clearly. And the decision to work with you will be clear. And you're going to ask them for the opportunity to serve, and they're going to tell you yes. So number 5 is what's next. Who do we serve? How do we serve them? What problem do we solve? Why do we serve them? And then what's next? And folks, shout out to Colin White, one of my best friends. I've been working with him and his company for over 3 years. We'll teach you this. Come on over. If you're not already BBC, come on. We'll teach you what we are going to do to make a lifelong client. Because we're here to serve. I don't want to help a bunch of people a little bit. I want to help a few people in a life-changing, transformational way. So how do we do that? We have to have answers to those 5 questions. That's where we create sales success. It's not a script. It's not overcoming objections. It's being clear and concise and compelling on who we serve and how we make their lives or businesses better. Can I check that one off? Okay, good, because I did. Last but not least, let's turn conversations into clients. If you're on the call with me, you might hear something very similar. First things first, I asked them, what prompted you to speak with me today? And it all comes right back to asking better questions. What prompted you to speak with me today? And this is so important because I was doing some financial consulting in a past life. And they came on the phone and said, hey, can you help me with my Section 8? I need my voucher. I didn't do that. I said, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Please call this number. Thank you. Click. I don't want you on the phone talking to people all day just to be hearing yourself make noise, wasting breath. The first question I asked, why did you schedule a call today? If it's not in alignment with the value you add, politely refer them to one of our BDC members that can help. We believe in collaboration over here. I asked that question first to make sure I'm talking to the right person. See how it all comes back around. The second question I'm going to ask is, where are you now? David, thank you. He said, what did he tell us? He said, you're here. I cannot give you directions anywhere if I don't know where you are now. Where my Ohio was at? I think I might have used this example yesterday. If you hop on 75 and you go north, you're going to end up in Canada. If you go south, you'll end up in Georgia. But 75 is irrelevant if you're in Texas. People miss, you're laughing, but people miss this all the time. Where are you now? Number 3, I'm turning conversations to clients. I said, what prompted you to start the call? Where are you now in your life or business? Right? Make sure that question is related to the problem you solve, right? So Daria might ask, how old are you currently? Right? We talk about perimenopause, it's going to be a different conversation with a 20-year-old, right, than a 70-year-old. It's simple. Then I asked, where do you want to go? And that's where the question I said earlier, what does success look like? I cannot help you get to where you want to go unless I know where you're going. You have to have the 2 endpoints in order to connect them. And this is so simple. As you walk through these, you ask this question, you're having a conversation, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer that you can help them. And it becomes clearer and clearer to your client that you're the right person to provide the transformation. It feels so comfortable and natural. You're going to get to the end, they're going to tell you yes, and you're like, oh, why was I afraid of sales? Where are you going? Now, here is how far away they're going is directly proportional to how much they're going to pay you. Let me say it again. Where they are to how far they want to go is directly proportional to how much they want to pay you. So if you said, hey, listen, I want to get on my Uber and I want to go from here to Buckhead, it's about 4 miles. You're not going to pay $200 to go 4 miles. That doesn't make sense. It's not far enough. I don't care. Pay attention. I want to make you all some money. But if I said, hey, for just $200, I can get you from Atlanta to LA, that's a good deal. So this is going right back to the value versus the cost. The cost, $200, is irrelevant if the value is I could get to be home with my family in LA for Christmas. Focus on the value. The 4th step, what have you tried already? What have you tried already? I made this mistake before. I'm going to teach you all so you can skip it. I was telling someone, you need sales. They said, I don't want sales. I was like, sales will help transform your business. They said, I don't want to transform my business. I said, what new skill will change your life? I was like, I don't want sales skills. I'm like, everyone needs sales because it helps confidence, communication, and clarity. They're like, no. And I asked a different question. I asked a better question. I said, what prompted you to schedule this call? They said, oh, I heard you speak. I have a conference I have to speak at. I was hoping you could help me. I went back and forth with way too long because I wasn't asking better questions. I was trying to convince them of what I wanted them to know, and it wasn't valuable to them. So that's why I taught you at the very beginning, ask them, what do you want? So then I said, oh, you have a conference coming up? What have you tried already? And they told me their pain points. So the farther they want to go, the more they'll pay. The more painful, the faster they'll pay. If you're like, I want to lose 20 pounds by Thanksgiving, that's a whole nother 12 months from now. I might pay you, whatever, eventually. But if I say, hey, I'm getting married on New Year's, can you help me lose some weight? They're going to pay you today. Sometimes we're talking to the right people and it's the wrong time. And you just need to ask them, what happens if you don't do anything about the problem you have? What does keeping this problem for another 30 days look like? The farther they want to go, the more they'll pay you, but the more painful it is, the faster they'll pay you. And number 5 is present the solution. I use the sales success system to help you grow your business and hear yes more often. Does that make sense for you? And they're going to tell you yes. That's how we turn conversations into clients. It's not manipulation. It's not a fancy sales script. It's having a conversation on who you're serving, how you're going to serve them, and what problem you solve. Can I check this one off? Yeah. So when I became a sales professional and I was selling more cars than our coworkers, I decided to go to outside sales so I can make some more money. And I already told you it's not about the money, but I hadn't learned that yet. And so I changed positions, and I remember it was August 2014, there was an eclipse. That day I started. I said, oh, this is going to be good. I'm going to be a millionaire next week. In the first month, I finished training, went out, knocking on doors, visiting businesses, getting cussed at, yelled at, dogs, guns pulled on my face, and I made $0 in 30 days. And this is why I didn't go down that road. Y'all can go live. If I can knock on doors on strangers' houses, you can go live on Instagram. You can say your introduction on Clubhouse. I believe in you. One new skill will change your life. So the second month, I said, all right, I'll put that month behind me. I'm going to try again. I'm knocking on doors. I'm talking to businesses. I'm making phone calls. I'm sending emails. And I make $7 in commissions. I said, okay. I'm going in the right direction. But I'm not getting there very quickly. So I'm going to try one more month. So I'm knocking on doors, I'm talking to business, I'm making phone calls, I'm sending emails, and I made $300 in commissions. I do not want you all to spend 90 days to make $300. And maybe some of you in the sound of my voice haven't made that much in your business in the past 90 days. This is for you. I looked in the mirror and I asked myself, is what I'm doing not working, or is what I'm doing not working yet? Well, how do I know which one it is? You gotta get a coach. I asked someone in the office who's been doing this for 16 years, and this is on me for not asking them sooner. I said, well, what do I do? He said, well, Bruce, how much money did you make last month? I said, $300. He's like, are you happy with that? No. He said, well, how many people did you talk to last month? And I showed him. And he said, well, how much do you want to make? I was like, man, I need to be at least at 2,100 just to get back to square one. This is a long time ago. So he said, well, if you made 300, you want to get to 21, that's a factor of 7. That means you need to talk to 7 times more people than you did last month. What did I just teach you all? We got to ask more people, right? So then I went, it was Wednesday morning, it was 6 a.m. That's when the tech team had their meeting. So I went in and brought a box of donuts, and I was going to learn about the technology. I opened the door, they said, who are you? I said, I'm Bruce. They said, Bruce, we've been looking for you. And they grabbed me, and they sat me down in the chair, and they said, Bruce, you got to stop selling that stuff. So what do you mean? I'm a sales consultant. It's on my business card. I'm supposed to sell stuff. They said, no. You've been selling things that are obsolete. We don't make them anymore. That's why every time you have a new client, you don't get paid commissions on it because we got to redo everything. You all can fast track your success by working with someone who's done it before. Tree has helped over 5,100 people become authors. There's no reason for you to figure it out. You could. I've talked to some of y'all. You're very intelligent. But instead of spending 90 days to make $300, why don't we work with someone who's done it over and over and over again so we can get to 5-figure months faster? One of my favorite quotes, he said, I want you to get to success sooner so you can enjoy it longer. I want you to get to success sooner so you can enjoy it longer. So some of you all are on the fence about working with us, and you have to ask yourself, what does it feel like if I'm in the exact same place this time next year? So I asked one more question. I said, where, because what did I tell you? Who do we serve? You got to know the right people. I asked, where do I find them? Where do people spend the most money? Where do people say yes? Where are the right people at? And they told me the zip codes. So I went and asked more people, and I asked more often, and I asked better questions because I was selling things that actually existed. And I 5X'd month over month. And then the next month, I doubled again. Say double. And the next month, I doubled again. Say double. And the next month, I doubled again. And the next month, I doubled again. I didn't go backwards until I left, and I ended up taking a salary position. I leveraged my success into a company car. I had a company phone, company credit card. I was like, I'm good. No more banging on doors for Bruce. And I leveraged my success to become a sales manager and teach other people what I'm teaching you today. I want you to get to success faster so you can enjoy it longer. My name is Bruce Hill, New Skills, New You, helping service-based businesses succeed. Yes, more often without sounding good.
All right, Bruce, let's give it up. All right, y'all. So we're going to get ready to bring on another young lady.